But tell me, Mr. CEO, does innovation ever justify bloodshed?
What an unusual question, Ryota. I hope you have a good reason for asking it.
A strained silence filled the room, heavy enough to press on every shoulder.
But let's focus on the quarterly projections, shall we? We can address philosophy later.
That's right. Deflect. But I am not letting you off that easily.
The meeting soon adjourned, but Ryota's question lingered like smoke after a gunshot. As the executives filed out, Ryota caught a flicker of something dark in Toru's eyes before the smile returned.
10 years. 10 years. I've waited to see that flash of fear in your eyes. Soon, everyone will know who I really am. Kaito, the son you thought you buried in that fire.
Behind the calm mask of a rising executive, a boy burned with a cold fire called revenge. That fire was not the first. 10 years earlier, in a workshop smelling of oil and ambition, a different light burned.
See this, Kaito. The resonance chamber. If we get it right, it'll change everything. It's amazing, Dad. But Toru-san said it's too risky. Will he still help us fund it?
The door swung open, and the room's warmth chilled. Toru entered with a smile that didn't quite fit.
Hiroshi, my friend, still burning the midnight oil. We need to talk about the investors. They're nervous.
They should trust the process. This engine is our future, Toru. Our friendship built it.
The argument grew heated after Kaito was sent home. By the time he remembered the forgotten tool and rushed back, the fire already consumed more than the workshop. Toru stood over Hiroshi, wrench in hand, blood on its edge. His best friend's body lay crumpled on the floor.
Number, Dad. I can't move. The fire. I'll never forget this. I'll kill him.
When the rescue team pulled him from the ashes, the boy was barely alive, his skin etched with the memory of that night. The scarred boy grew into a man with a singular purpose. Every day of recovery was a day he sharpened his blade.
I'll crawl out of this bed, and I'll take everything from you, Toru. Just wait.
Years passed in a blur of study and conditioning. He forged a new identity, Ryota, a rising financial strategist.
My resume is a lie, but the fire inside is real. Toru, corporation won't suspect a thing.
The interview was a performance. Toru saw a brilliant young mind, not the ghost of his sin.
Welcome to the family, Ryota. I have a good feeling about you.
Family? You destroyed mine. But I'll play along, Father.
His desk was strategically placed. Within a week, he knew the rhythms of the office and the blind spots of its security. At midnight, when the cleaning crew left, a tiny device was planted beneath Toru's mahogany desk. The first thread in a web.
Now, every lie you tell, I'll hear. Every secret, I'll uncover. The countdown starts now.
3 nights later, the bug crackled to life. Toru's voice was smooth, but the words were poison.
The inspector is getting too curious. Move the project funds through the Cayman account. Make it untraceable.
So, you are not just a murderer. You are a thief too. This is bigger than I thought.
Within hours, he had traced the account number, but the files inside were locked behind encryption strong as a vault. The next morning, fatigue dragged at his bones. In the break room, a warm voice cut through his haze.
You are the new strategist, right, Ryota-san? I am Ayame. My father speaks highly of you. Her smile is like his, but she doesn't know the monster behind it. Keep it together. He's a wonderful father. So dedicated. I want to learn everything about his work. Maybe you can help? I am just a junior executive. I doubt I can teach you anything. Excuse me, she's a complication I can't afford. But those eyes, they'll follow me more than I want.
Late that night, Kaito's fingers flew across the keyboard, breaching the remote server linked to the secret account. But a tripwire lurked in the code. The instant he accessed the folder, a silent alarm flashed to Toru's phone.
Get me the audit team. Someone dared to touch my private files. I'll have their head on a platter.
I underestimated his paranoia. I need to cover my tracks fast.
By morning, Security teams swarmed the building. Kaito slipped past them with a fabricated report in hand. In the chaos, Ayame appeared oblivious. She had a project that seemed almost too convenient.
Ryota-san, father's anniversary gala needs a financial wizard. I heard you are the best. Please help me plan it. This is my chance for unfiltered access. And a way to watch the family, but using her feels wrong. To be honest, I am worried about him. He's been so secretive. You are smart. Maybe you can figure out what's wrong. She's handing me the keys. Yet her trust cuts deeper than any wound. I can't let that stop me.
That night, under the guise of gala preparations, Kaito slipped into Toru's private estate. The study was unprotected. A locked drawer resisted his tools, then yielded with a soft click. Inside, a single envelope, yellowed and marked Kaito.
Dad's handwriting. He wrote this for me, but it was hidden here, in the house of the man who killed him.
He tore the seal, breath catching. The words cut through the years. Kaito, if you find this, know I forgave Toru long before that night. His jealousy was a sickness, not purely evil. The engine was our second chance, and he squandered it. Do not let my death fuel your destruction. Live. A photograph fluttered out, landing face up. Toru, bloodied wrench in hand, tears carving tracks through his sweat.
He regretted it. Even then. Am I hunting a monster or a man who was already destroyed? Father forgave him. But can I? This letter? It changes nothing and everything.
The letter lay on the mahogany desk beside the photo. For the first time, the cold fire inside him flickered. He folded the letter, tucking it into his jacket. Justice was bigger than forgiveness.
I'll use the encrypted files. An anonymous leak will burn his empire without exposing me.
By dawn, the data reached 3 major news outlets. The scandal broke like a storm.
Who did this? Find me the traitor. I'll crush them.
Toru's tech team traced the leak to a company IP, the desk of a loyal accountant named Sato. Police stormed the office, dragging a trembling Sato away in cuffs. The scapegoat was set.
I am devastated. Trust is everything. We will cooperate fully with the authorities.
Kaito stood frozen among the onlookers, bile rising in his throat. An innocent man was paying for his scheme.
If I speak, they'll know my role. If I stay silent, I am no better than him.
He said nothing, and the silence sealed his first true sin. The line between justice and damnation blurred. Toru's paranoia knew no bounds. A team of external security experts swept the building for bugs.
That device under his desk. If they find it, they'll trace it back to me.
He moved through the corridor, but the sweep team's equipment beeped near Toru's door. Kaito turned away, sweat beading on his forehead. Outside the building, a shadow detached from the wall. A hired thug, iron pipe in hand, blocked his path.
He knows. Toru set a trap. I can't let them capture me alive.
The pipe smashed into his ribs. Kaito threw himself sideways, sprinting into a rain-slicked alley, pain searing through him.
Ryota-san, I followed you. Oh God, you are bleeding. Your face, that scar. Who are you? She sees the burn marks. The truth is out. After everything, this is how it ends. I should turn you in. That scar, it's from the fire, isn't it? The one that killed.
Kaito's legs buckled. He collapsed into a puddle, the rain mixing with his blood. Ayame stood frozen. Ayame's hesitation shattered. She dragged him through a service door, away from the rain, into silence.
I'll get you somewhere safe. But after? You'll tell me everything.
In her apartment, she cleaned his wounds in practiced silence. The air thickened with unspoken questions.
My name is Kaito. Your father killed mine, stole our life's work, and left me to burn. Number. The fire. I was told it was an accident. All these years, I believed him. She's crumbling. I never wanted to destroy her, too.
Beyond the apartment walls, Toru's lawyers launched a counteroffensive, suing every media outlet that printed the leak.
My father has a private safe at the estate. I know the code. There might be proof.
The safe clicked open. Inside lay the original engine prototypes and a dusty camcorder tape labeled Confession.
His own voice, admitting everything. This is the weapon I've waited for.
In the days that followed, the confession tape was digitized. A trusted journalist friend agreed to broadcast it at the gala.
When the screen fills with his confession, everyone will see the truth. There's no going back. Father will suspect something. He's been watching everyone. I have to act like nothing's wrong.
The night of the anniversary gala arrived, chandeliers dripping light over a sea of masked smiles.
This is it. 10 years of waiting and the final act begins.
Across the room, Toru's eyes found him, a serpent recognizing another predator.
Ryota, I am so glad you could attend. You've been working so hard. You look a bit pale.
Father, the gala looks beautiful. Ryota-san helped so much with the budget arrangements.
The pleasantries stretched thin. Beneath the crystal chandeliers, an invisible timer ticked towards 0.
Any moment now, the world will see you for what you are. And then, I finish it.
Toru took the stage under a spotlight, his practiced smile radiant. He raised a glass to the crowd.
To another year of innovation and trust. This company was built on loyalty.
The screen behind him flickered. His own face, younger and twisted with rage, filled the wall.
I didn't mean to kill him, Hiroshi. I just wanted the engine. It was mine too.
The ballroom froze. All eyes fixed on the screen as Toru's voice echoed through the hall.
Shut it off. Security. This is a fabrication.
But the recording continued, unstoppable. Murmurs rose like a storm surge. From the sea of stunned faces, Ryota stepped onto the stage.
Father's best friend. You forgot to kill the witness.
Toru lunged, a scream tearing from his throat, but his own security held him back. The guard's grip faltered for a heartbeat. Toru tore free and snatched a steak knife from the nearest table.
Ayame, come here. Everyone back, or she dies.
He's lost all reason. I have to de-escalate this, but every second counts. Toru, let her go. Take me instead. I am the one you want.
You think I care about your offer? I always knew someone would come. Hiroshi's ghost. I didn't want to kill him. He was my only friend. But the engine was my life too. It just happened. Father, did you ever love me? Or was I just another piece of your perfect mask?
Toru's mouth opened, but no sound came. The silence was a wound deeper than any blade.
He can't answer. He's trapped in his own hell. I have to move now. Ayame, close your eyes. Toru, this ends now.
Kaito threw himself forward, shoulder slamming into Toru. The knife slashed, biting deep into his own flesh.
Ignore the pain. Get Ayame free. This ends now.
They crashed to the marble floor, wrestling for the blade. The crowd scattered, like startled birds. Kaito's hand closed over Toru's wrist, twisting until the knife clattered away. He pinned the older man, fist raised.
One blow for Dad, for the years of pain. But the letter. Don't let revenge consume you.
Outside, sirens screamed closer, red and blue lights slicing through the ballroom windows.
I won't become you. My father wanted better for me.
Police stormed the ballroom, shouting commands. Kaito rose, stepping back as officers pulled Toru to his feet.
Maybe. Hiroshi was right about you.
It's over. The fire inside me. It's quiet now.
Paramedics swarmed Kaito, cutting away his suit jacket to reveal the blood-soaked shirt beneath. Ayame approached through the thinning crowd, her gown stained with smoke and tears. She held something small in her fist.
I found this in his safe. He kept it all these years.
The photograph showed two young men, arms slung over each other's shoulders, laughing under a cherry tree.
That's my father and him. Before everything broke, turn it over.
On the back, In faded ink, a single line. I am sorry, Hiroshi.
All this time, the engine was just a monument to a friendship he couldn't let go of. I was so focused on revenge, I missed the tragedy underneath.
In that quiet corner of the ruined gala, a weight shifted. The fire inside him had burned down to embers. By morning, the story exploded. Every screen in the city played the confession, the tackle, the fall of Toru's empire.
I didn't do this for fame. I only wanted to honor my father's memory, nothing more.
He took no credit, answered no prying questions. Then he vanished from the public eye. Behind the scenes, a quiet act of legacy. The engine prototypes and their blueprints were donated to a renewable energy nonprofit.
This is what Dad would have wanted. No more secrets. Just light.
That evening, Ayame found him in a quiet cafe, a single suitcase at her side.
I am leaving tonight. I can't stay in this city. Not yet. Maybe never. Will you be okay? I don't know. But I have to find out who I am without him.
She stood, and he did not stop her. The door chimed softly, and she was gone. Months later, cherry blossoms fell like snow over the quiet cemetery, blanketing the path in pale pink. Kaito walked a familiar route, a worn photograph in his hand, stopping before a stone etched with the name Hiroshi.
I kept my promise, Dad. I didn't let it consume me.
The photograph settled against the stone. Two young men laughing under a cherry tree, their friendship young and unbroken.
Your forgiveness wasn't weakness. It was the strongest thing you ever gave. And now I understand.
A warm breeze stirred the petals, swirling them around the grave like a whispered answer. He rose slowly, gazing past the graveyard to the horizon where the sun was breaking free.
I'll build something new, something that brings light.
The cold fire that had driven him for a decade had transformed into a quiet engine, warm and steady. For the first time in 10 years, he left the grave without looking back, and the road ahead finally felt like his own. He followed the path bordered by cherry trees, petals falling like quiet blessings.
Dad's letter. Live. Not just survive, but truly live.
He paused at a wooden bench, overlooking a quiet stream where sunlight refracted into soft colors.
Forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself.
From his coat, he pulled a small leather notebook, its pages blank and waiting. He uncapped a pen and began to sketch, not the old engine, but a new design. A solar cell array, elegant and clean.
This is how I honor you. By building something that gives light, not takes it.
The breeze lifted a stray petal onto the page, as if his father's hand was guiding the lines.
I am not a ghost of revenge anymore. I am just Kaito.
The sun broke fully through the clouds, gilding the path ahead, and a new chapter began without a word. 2 months after the gala, Toru stood trial. The evidence was overwhelming. The sentence, life without parole. The stolen engine patents were legally returned to Kaito, along with a compensation the court deemed symbolic.
I finally have what's rightfully mine. But it's not about ownership anymore.
He sold the patents and poured every cent into a new energy cooperative, Hiroshi's Hope, a solar initiative.
Every panel I build, every light I power, is a step away from the darkness.
His father's old workshop, once gutted by fire, was rebuilt, now a community tech hub with solar panels on the roof.
This is where it all ended, and where it begins again.
A postcard arrived from somewhere overseas, a single cherry blossom pressed inside, with Ayame's handwriting. Thank you for showing me the truth. I am learning to forgive too. Ayame. He pinned it to the wall of the new workshop, next to the photograph of two friends, finally at peace. A year passed. The rebuilt workshop hummed with life. Children soldering solar kits under Kaito's gentle guidance.
See how light becomes power? That's what my father taught me. Turn darkness into something useful.
A mother approached, bowing twice. Because of this workshop, my son wants to be an engineer. He rarely spoke of the past now. The news rarely mentioned Toru, locked in a cell where the only engine was the fluorescent hum.
He never apologized. Not that I needed it. His silence is his prison.
He walked to his bench by the stream, the same where he had first sketched the solar dream.
Dad, if you can see this, I kept my promise. Revenge didn't win. You did.
The stream gurgled, constant as time. For the first time, he felt he was part of something larger than his own history. A new energy cooperative was born. Hiroshi's Hope, already powering a dozen homes. He was invited to speak at a school.
My father's engine never ran, but his dream does. And it's brighter than ever.
The classroom erupted in applause, children's hands waving with questions. Kaito bowed, his lesson complete.
Their eyes hold the same wonder I had in Dad's workshop. This is what live means.
He walked through the town, and on every third roof, a solar panel gleamed, silent tributes to a dream reborn.
Every watt generated is a page turned. I am no longer defined by what was taken, but by what I give.
Back in his workshop, he stopped before the corkboard. The photograph, the postcard, now joined by a news clipping. The clipping read, Hiroshi's Hope powers 100 homes. Founder Kaito says the real energy was always love.
Forgiveness built this, not revenge. Dad's letter was the real blueprint.
He stepped outside. Cherry blossoms swirled in a final dance before summer, and the sky stretched endlessly blue.
I'll never forget the fire, but I am no longer chained to its heat. I am Kaito, and I am free.
The horizon glowed gold, and he walked forward, no longer the son of a victim, but a man who had reclaimed his name. The golden road narrowed to the familiar lane of his workshop, where the cherry trees whispered their evening song. The workshop's windows glowed with a soft, solar-powered light, a beacon that darkness had not defeated. Inside, he paused before the corkboard. The photograph, the postcard, the clipping, a triptych of redemption.
We're all here, aren't we, Dad? You, me, and even the memory of him, free in our own ways.
Through the window, the town flickered with evening lights, many of them fed by the sun he had harnessed.
Every light out there is a promise kept. Live, you wrote. And so, I do.
Outside, a final gust of spring sent a flurry of petals past the window, scattering them like whispered confetti. He smiled. Not the tight mask of a strategist, but the unguarded curve of a man who had reclaimed his soul.
The engine inside me finally runs on love, not vengeance. It's more powerful than I ever imagined.
And the workshop, Hiroshi's Hope, hummed warmly into the night, its founder finally at home. Later, when the workshop fell silent, he sat alone in the gentle hum of stored sunlight. He pulled the photograph from the corkboard, two friends under a cherry tree, and cradled it gently.
Hiroshi and Toru. Somehow, they're both looking at me. From somewhere beyond the fire, they're at peace.
The old burn scar on his shoulder had long since healed. The one inside had finally stopped aching. He set the photograph back on the corkboard between Ayame's postcard and the clipping about 100 homes. The corkboard told a story of friendship, betrayal, forgiveness, and a light that outlived the darkness. Outside, a crescent moon hung low over the cemetery, where cherry petals dusted a grave marked Hiroshi.
Good night, Dad. Tomorrow I'll teach another kid about solar energy. And you'll be with me.
He turned off the solar lamp. The workshop settled into a soft, planetary sleep, and in the quiet, the name Hiroshi's Hope glowed faintly on the sign outside. A promise kept, a story complete.